Long ago, there was a place where the greatest warriors, generals, and gods did battle. A place where armies clashed. And it was not always certain that good would triumph over evil. That place was called Stoneridge. It's taken me quite a while to finalize this particular settlement. I had to move, I think, upwards of 20 power armors, if not more, from Diamond City all the way to the coastal cottage, which if you look at a map of Fallout 4, that's quite a ways, and I didn't fast travel doing it either. I had to do it the old-fashioned way by hoofing it. So anyways, this is my Stoneridge settlement, guys. Liquors. I did that as a joke because of the whole lesbianism with my player character and, what is it, Kate, which I haven't used her in a while. Anyways, yeah, we got a gun safe here underneath the beds. We got an ammo locker down there. That's where we keep all the clothes, other clothes, medicines. I think this is food. Oh, no, never mind. That's junk items. Over here's food. Yep. And it was quite mod intensive, I have to admit, to do this settlement, because this area where this is all built is basically, there's supposed to be like this giant tree, and there's like a little cave thing that was supposed to be here where it looked like something had burrowed and was living underneath the tree. Well, thanks to the mods I was using, I was able to delete virtually everything. And it's kind of cool because when you go in that little hole area that's supposed to be there, like, it's completely silent, like it drowns out everything. So when I'm down here in what I call the sex basement, basically there's like muffled sound, like it's nice and quiet down here. But anyways, yeah, so here's all the food. Those are drinkables, those are meats, those are plantables. And then you'll notice up here on this little corner there, it's a wood panel instead of a metal one, and that's for ventilation purposes. I like to have it as kind of realistic, since, you know, I got all these burning fires down here for illumination and warmth. You know, you have to let the carbon to get out. So there's these little ventilation holes that I put in here. You know, there's a bunch of candles. It's all very romantic. Here's a radio.
Something off.
So, yeah, there's several radios down here. There's one over there. Yep, and they got those little fires going. There's a little kitchen area right there. There's a water pump. And over here is the generators. These power the entire settlement. So, yeah, 2 fusion generators. That generates over 200 power. Way more than enough to power everything here, which, let's go take a tour, shall we? So that was the sex basement. That lesbian coven across the street. Good old Futurama. Anyways, so yeah, that's the living area. This little shack, this is for the caretaker. There's one settler that lives here. And that's the caretaker for when I'm not around. This is his little shack. That's his bed. He's got a little guest bed in case he has somebody over. This is the workshop. There's tons of food and water in there. This is for the rads. And so yeah, the main gate faces east. I've got mini nuke launchers. I got mini guns, laser scanners. These are all modded turrets. And I do have to thank the guy who put that mod together because they are very impressive turrets for this. There's some other stuff. This is the south side. So this turret takes care of both the west and the south side if anything comes that way. As well as this Fat Man launcher. That laser scanner scans if anything comes close. And like I said, this is probably one of the most labor-intensive settlements I've had to build. Took quite a while to finish it. Let's see, we got some rocket launchers and a Fat Man turret guarding the southwest direction. Some laser scanners. The western side is a little bit on the undefended side. You can kind of see it's kind of cramped over there. There's not much room to build defenses, but then again, I kind of have natural defenses with this kind of cliff side over here, so it kind of funnels people this way or to the other side of the fortress. So I will show you what's over there. And you'll notice, yeah, the pillar. It's in honor of that pillar in front of Stoneridge, former Games Workshop. Got a little recreational area that friends can hang out with and eat and drink and smoke and make jokes and all sorts of stuff. And, you know, you can watch the sunset when it goes down over the west. Here I got a little walkway. There's that vent I was showing you earlier that goes downstairs. A little walkway that goes around the pillar. You'll notice all of these water purifiers that I need for my settlement to hoard water. So this place is virtually impenetrable, with a very good supply of water, excuse me, and a decent amount of food. I mean, not too much, but it's enough to last you a while. Got some internal defenses in case anyone manages to breach the outer wall, which is virtually impossible. You'll notice the east side, it's a freaking cliff face, so nothing's coming that way. And yeah, there's a little turret here, just in case anything tries to come in. Walkway ends. These are the more vents that go downstairs. Now here is the north side of the fortress. You'll notice there's a dead Yaoguai over there. That's because there's a little canyon over there where a Deathclaw was living, and there's a bunch of dead Yaoguai everywhere. That's okay though, I slaughtered him. And he won't be hurting any more little cuddly bears ever again. But anyways, yeah, so this is the other side of that ridge line that funnels people this way. So I guess the one weakness this would have is if they would come straight over those rocks right there, plant a bomb, blow up a big hole open in the wall, and that's how they would get in. But, yep, so this is the north side of the building. More laser scanners, another minigun turret. I got my own minigun out. Put it away. Some more scanners. Fat Man turrets up top, launch mini nukes. Of course, on this side it also says Stoneridge. I don't know if I showed you. I kind of took a look at it at the nighttime before I went to sleep. I wanted to, you know, lead the video off kind of at night so the neons were a little bit more cool. Plus the, you know, the night sky when sunset happens is pretty cool. But anyway, so yeah, this is kind of, you know, a little morning breakfast area. You can eat your cereal and watch the sun come up over there. Over there is Salem, which is kind of cool. Actually, I think that's where I have my... Yep, my nuclear sub is parked over there. going to be using that later on, so that way I can move all my power armors to another settlement to get that ready. But let's take a look at the pillars, shall we? Yeah. So, this is the ground floor, kind of unimpressive. I was going to put some modded clothes onto these mannequins, but apparently they don't detect them when you put the clothes in the inventory of the mannequin, so nothing happens, which is kind of lame. Because I have some pretty cool modded stuff, so these mannequins are basically just for non-power armor related armors, you know, leathers and stuff like that, which theoretically I suppose I could do now. Yeah, I could put all this stuff on it, except for that, which is a mod. But, let's see. So anyways, weapons workbench, armor workbench, and of course the power armor station, which is right beneath the elevator. So let's go upstairs, shall we? I was debating on doing something with this room. I'm not really sure. Kind of an empty room right now. Put it maybe like a desk over here, and there's also a little sneaky cubby area over here. Maybe put a bed in there. I don't know. But anyways, this is kind of the ground floor. Here's the elevator. Now the thing about building this pillar building, it took quite a while because of the fact that this elevator shaft, the levels do not match up with when you're building walls and stuff for a building. So really this elevator shafts are supposed to be like the core of buildings apparently, because this next floor is kind of all janky, so that's why I didn't put a door on this doorway. But here we are. Essentially a massive weapons vault. Grudgment. And all sorts of weapons, all the goodies. Overseer's Guardian, arguably the most powerful gun in the game. The Penetrator, that's a modded 10 mil carbine. That is from a DLC which I haven't ventured to yet in this playthrough, and it magically dropped in the regular stock game area, which was kind of weird. And this is your regular... Actually, what is Absolution? I forget. Oh yeah, it's a 5.56 rifle. Pretty good. It does 10+% damage when you're scoped. Got all sorts of rare shotguns, Retribution, Kindness, and Justice. Justice is ordinarily it's named. These two are not. I just gave them names. Kindness. Kill them with kindness. Retribution. Yeah. Kalis, Salar, and Whalar. So the that's lever action rifle, LAR. Wounding something or other. It's an acronym for what it originally was, but I just made it those. That's a lever action shotgun. The lever action shotgun part is a mod. Not a weapon mod, but like an actual mod. So these are modded power armors. Yeah, these are my babies. BioShock themed power armors. I love them. You can tinker around with them, so you can run around fast underwater if you'd like, which is pretty cool because these are slower than tar when you're moving around in water. Anyways, what else we got? We got Fortune, my Gauss rifle, which is pretty badass. Here we have a modded revolver rifle, and that's pretty badass. It's actually a lot more realistic looking now than it was when it first came out as a mod. And Lorenzo's artifact gun, that's a quest item, and then Infinite Sky Fungus, which is my favorite. It's unlimited ammo, rad gun. So, yeah, pretty cool. This is a modded sniper rifle, anti-tank rifle. I think it was initially called Black Shark or something like that, but I was like, nah, that's stupid, so I switched it to Blackout, which is pretty badass. I can insta-kill almost anything in the game with this, if not everything in the game with this. And, of course, the personal favorite of mine, Big Boy. I can fire 16 mini-nukes with this! But yeah, here we got X01 with the shark paint skin. We got a Adam Katz. Hey, groovy baby. Yeah, daddy-o. Adam Katz T60. Brotherhood of Steel, Raider. So you can see I kind of got them grouped. You know, that's Enclave, that's Brotherhood of Steel. You know, T60, X01. you know, kind of grouped together. I got a Brotherhood of Steel, I got a Raider one, they're kind of grouped together. And then I got the big four. T45, 51, 60, and XO1. And they're all fully restored, fully repaired. Looking pretty good after 200 years. So this is the second floor. Kind of wish I had an elevator door here. But this one does. Got another storage area for all my stuff. Krem's Tooth. Shemdrown Sword, it gives you rads when you attack. Zhao's Sword, which I didn't know about that quest line until this playthrough. And the Shish Kebab, which no Fallout game would be complete without one of those. More of the 10mm carbines. These are modded guns, and they're also legendaries. So, Knick-Knack, Paddywhack, Give a Dog Bone. Old Faithful. Yep, these are both regular stock game weapons. These, however... the Eastwood. Shut your fucking face! What's with all this bro shit, anyways? Yeah. It's what is it, 1911? Because, you know, in Gran Torino, that's what he uses as a 1911 to scream at minorities. But anyways, let's see. Deliverer, this is a stock game weapon that's been modded with modded items. You know, the scope's not supposed to be there. But anyways, pretty good stuff. These are 10mm pistols, all fully maxed out and legendaries. The Infinity has an infinite ammo. That one is double bullets, and that one is reloads and shoots faster. Jack be nimble. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Resolute, that gives you a shit ton of damage resistance when you're aiming. And this is a modded revolver. Tombstone. I'll be your Huckleberry. Serenity and Defiance. These are my silver and gold 50 cal Desert Eagles, which are nightmarishly powerful. And I wish you could do a wield, because then I would go full ham on everybody. Anyways, I got more power armors up here, so let's take a look at them, shall we? Adam and/or Landon, or anybody else that's watching this, you're probably going to like this modded power armor the best. This is a Skyrim-themed power armor with a dead Deathclaw on it, which is pretty badass. There's like a headlamp, and the actual helmet's underneath here. But, they have the headlamp sticking out of its eyeball sockets. And there's dead super mutant hound faces on the shoulder pauldrons, which is pretty badass. Yeah. And this mod actually just got an update where you can do like different skins, you know, for it. So I gotta tinker around with that later on. Anyways, this is my personal favorite out of all my power armors. The Liberty Prime power armor, and it's actually the most durable out of any of them in this building. You're literally almost immortal in this freaking thing. And pretty badass, yeah. This is a construction-themed power armor. You get it near Sanctuary, near that quarry, that rock quarry. Pretty cool stuff. Yep. And then these, yeah. So the left and the right power armors are actually the same mod. The one in the middle is its own mod, and that's the Armor of the Storyteller. And this thing is badass because it regenerates power cores when you are using it. Anyways, yeah, this is a Spartan-themed one. And then this one. Aesthetically speaking, that one is my favorite. Especially when you start like customizing it, and it gets all these ammo satchels and the shotgun things right there, and those explosive pauldron things. And oh man, this mod is amazing. I love that armor. But yeah, that's pretty much everything here. Everything in the building. I will go and show you the 4th floor. Now what I was going to do was put a hobby table up here on the 4th floor. Be kind of cool, but unfortunately, even with my Build Anywhere mod, I was unable to do it. So the closest I could get were all these tables lined up and some stools. So whenever you have your friends over here in the wasteland, you can get a game in. And I was actually thinking about putting, because there are little like miniature models you can get in this game, I was thinking about putting a bunch of them on this table and kind of lining them up, but unfortunately I don't have too many in this playthrough, so. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. You can see in that direction the approach from the road. There's a sole gunner that lives over there by himself like a hermit. Guess it's kind of like a gunner outpost, and I killed him too, along with that Deathclaw that lives over there. Yep. And you can see everything from all around. Yeah, if anybody's ever attacking the settlement, you just come up here and just start. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I was thinking about turning on the mod where I have a bunch of enemies roaming around the Commonwealth. The NPCs travel mod, which it's a cool mod, but it's been known to crash my Xbox every now and then, and I didn't want to do it in the middle of this video, so... but maybe I'm going to do like a revisit, you know, redux for this video, which will feature that. That'll be pretty cool. Anyways, there's one last feature that I want to show you guys, and it's actually something I'm kind of proud of because I thought of it and I was like, man, that would be actually really cool if I could do that at a settlement. And I don't know if anybody else has ever done that on YouTube or any of their game saves or anything, but I thought it was kind of clever on my part. On the north side of the building, I designed a shooting range. The hell? Oh, that's right. Before I started recording this video, there was somebody that spawned inside of my settlement, which is kind of weird. That never happens. But anyways, I'll take your stuff. So, So yeah, I have a firing range. So these are your little stalls, and you can shoot at the circles. And it's pretty cool at night because all of these neon O's are lit up like they are right now. And at night, I have all of these lights set up so it illuminates the whole area, which is pretty cool. Saw blade launcher. Huh, I guess the gunners didn't like me raiding their shit. Anyways, might as well go. I'm gonna go save and make it nighttime so I can show you how cool it is. Coolsville, daddy. Goddamn power up. Got me talking like an Atom Cat now. Coolsville, daddy-o. What time is it? Let's do... Why not? Let's do 9:30. And if you pay attention, you'll notice the meat giblets are sticking out of my character's wrists because of that whole frickin' player character glitch that's going on. Now it's not time. The pillar. So you can see all the O's and stuff. But it's really dark over here. So... And I believe I still have the Darker Nights mod turned on. I just still need to do something about the middle part. A lot more lanterns. But pretty cool stuff, man. Thank you for watching. And this is in honor of Stoneridge Mall's former Games Workshop site that no longer exists. And I don't know really what prompted me to, because I mean, it kind of was another in a long line of coincidences. But I made all this this whole settlement first, and this pillar fortress and everything. And then I realized, I started thinking, you know, I've been doing in all my settlement showcase videos, like, what should I name each settlement with the neon signs outside? You know, I'll name the video after, you know, whatever the settlement actually is in game, which this particular settlement is the Coastal Cottage one. It's the most far removed, it's the most remote settlement arguably in the game. I will be doing one even more remote later on. That one. Which is a modded settlement. And I made it pretty badass. The thing is, I was kind of constrained because all of the mods that I have, infinite build limit, build beyond the borders, build anywhere, even in red zones, all those mods I have for settlements don't affect this modded settlement because it's not a base game settlement, so I had to build within the confines. But I was able to make a pretty badass settlement nonetheless. That's coming up. The other Warhammer themed settlement that I'm going to be doing later on is that one. And I've already teased what it was, if you were paying attention. So, get ready for that one, because that one's coming up next. But, yeah, I wanted to do something, a tribute to Stoneridge Mall's Games Workshop now that it's gone. A lot of good memories there, a lot of good friends made, a lot of good games, you know, good times, good memories, all that stuff. So, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more Kavzar's Settlement Showcase, and I will see you all next time. I am stumbling around in the dark, trying to find my way over to the wall.